Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget, and today I want to talk to you about the myth of long and hard. Now, what I mean by that is when it comes to exercise, I think that a lot of people make excuses every day why they can't get in the gym. It takes, time to get to the gym. I got to work out, I got to shower, I got to go home. And a lot of times people have this idea in their head that they've got to do it for an hour, hour and a half, what have you, 2 hours. And if they can't get it in that time, they may as well just skip it, right? So like a 20-minute walk or 15-minute stretch, doing some foam rolling or anything. Like anything is better than nothing. And there's a multitude of benefits, and you can't just skip out on it, or you shouldn't. So anyways, I'll give you a personal story. Years ago, when I was building up my clientele base, I would have a little block of time in the middle of the day, which I could work out. And it was usually a 2 or 3 hour block. So because I had so much time, I was working out every day for about 2 hours. And I would do body part splits where I would do like a chest day, or the next day a back day, or a legs day, etc. And I would do cardio, and just throwing in, I could do 30, 40, 50 minutes. It didn't matter. There was no real restriction with time. So I had good results, and invested a lot of time in the gym, and no pain, no gain, and all that stuff, right? Now, fast forward a few years, and I started getting really, really busy, and my calendar is really filling up, and I really don't have the same hour or 2 hours a day to work out. So it got to a point that where I legitimately had a 30-minute window in a 12 or 14-hour period to which I could work out. Now, that meant, like, let's say at 12 o'clock, I had from 12 to 12:30 as a break, and that was it. And I was back on the floor at 12:30. So in 30 minutes, I had to get something to eat, I had to work out and take a shower before my next client, because there's no way I'm going to work out and get all sweaty and then train another 8 hours, right? It's just not going to be good. So what I ended up doing was I had a shake that I would make up and have ready to just put water in and slam that down. And as soon as my last client was over at 12, run to the locker room, switch my clothes real quick, run back out, and I did legitimately 17 to a 20-minute workout, if that. Sometimes it was 15, 16 minutes. And what I did was I just stuck with the basics, and I stayed heavy. So what I did was I did some kind of a chest press, some type of a pull or a row, or like a chin-up. Some type of a squat motion, some type of a deadlift or hip hinge motion. So I did those 4 movements. And what I did was I chose a heavy enough load that I could get 5 repetitions, but 7 to 8 would have been nearly impossible. That might have been a max. So all I did was I cycled through those 4 exercises and just rested intuitively as much as I needed, and saw how many rounds I could get in this period of time. And I'd be watching the clock and freaking out. It was very stressful. So anyways, I would get somewhere between 3 and 5 rounds, and just depending on if somebody stopped me for a second or how fast I could change out of my outfit or my employee uniform and get it done. And that was all I could do. Now, I would do that, so I considered that a full body workout. And I had 3 days a week that I could do that. So it was like literally working out less than an hour in a week. And I was on my feet during the day and really just demonstrating exercise, but nothing that would really qualify as intense exercise. So a period of time went, I think it was probably 2.5 months, maybe a little less than that. And I thought, wow, I'm not gonna look as good. I'm gonna start to feel out of shape. Interesting thing was I actually built muscle. I got leaner, and I felt good. And I couldn't figure out what the heck's going on, because my diet was the same. It was pretty clean. And I realized that exercise intensity and real focused intent in doing the right exercises can trump any workout, as far as that's not really super intense. or that you're not really having to go like balls out and really crush yourself. So very interesting finding that, in my opinion, I started to realize how important intensity was. Now, granted, I was in good shape already, and so I could handle that, like, that amount of like stress on the muscles, on the heart, and just to push that hard, because I already had a base level of conditioning and strength. So if you're like an average gym goer and you've been going, pretty regularly for a while, and your aerobic base is good, your strength base is good, and you have the excuse of time, or you think you have to do 10 sets for your chest, or it wasn't a chest workout, or what have you. I challenge you to scale back on the amount of work you're doing, the amount of exercises you're doing. Do the basics, do them right, do them heavy, and get in and get out, and watch your progress. Raise the intensity up, push yourself. And what's interesting is that all things get done when there's a time limit, or when there's a deadline. Like if you have all this work to do, let's say you have a to-do list, and I know I've talked about this in other videos, but if you have a list of like 10 things you got to do and you have 10 days to do it, it's probably going to take you 10 days. But let's say you're going on vacation in 2 days and those same 10 things need to get done, you'll get it done in 2 days. So, urgency will, push you to get more done. So with me having literally 15 to 20 minutes max to work out, I made the absolute most out of every second of every minute of that time. And it really is something that as soon as you are, by human nature, when we have more time, we'll take more time. And it's one of those things, I think, that if you've never experienced this type of schedule or that time in your life, you should, if and when it comes, then, try that intensity principle, push yourself, and do the right things and go heavy. If, your goal is to maintain muscle mass and burn as many calories in a short period of time. And it worked out amazingly. People were complimenting, like, oh, you're leaner, you look thicker too, like more muscle. And I was like, I don't get it. I'm working out like maybe 15-20% of the time that I was putting in the gym before, as far as my own workout, and getting amazing results. So long and hard, baby. Not always the best, sometimes short and sweet, and push, but with good intent, like good focused intention, doing the right things, getting the essentials done, and moving on with your day, and go make that money, honey. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think. Hope you guys are having a great day. Take care. I'll see you again soon.